Hi, welcome back to our channel. We are Look Over There. I'm Lee, this is Liam.
So we thought we'd do our next video on different places that we like to eat in and around Orlando. This list is kind of places that we've been to. It's not based on budget, it's not based on anything other than where we like to go. And we're also going to include some places that we like to go moving forward. So our favourite topic is food, so I'm excited. Let's get going.
So am I. Let's kick the list off with Kiki's Breakfast Cafe. We love Kiki's. It's our favourite place for breakfast while in Orlando. We have been recommended a few places, but why would you risk not having a Kiki's?
Exactly, and I think for me, this is something that we look forward to Universal, we look forward to Disney, but Kiki's is also on that list because it's just our favourite breakfast place. So we discovered it in 2014 when we went on our first trip together. Every time you think, oh, is it going to live up to what I remember it being? And every time it blows it out of the water.
If you have never been Kiki's and you wanted to obviously see some of our pictures, we will be posting them on days when we are hungry. So
Which is every day.
So if you follow us on Instagram, you'll be able to see that. Liam will probably insert one or two from our previous trip. Our main recommendation for you guys is get there early.
Yeah, get there early because it fills up really quick because it is such a popular place to go and eat. And otherwise you do have to wait if you don't get there early.
You actually get like a little vibrator where you have to go and sit and it'll vibrate when you are ready for your food.
I'm trying to clear that one up. You don't actually get given a vibrator. So you get given a little disc that vibrates when your table's ready.
Yeah, vibrator.
I think that means something different, to be fair.
Leave your comments below.
If you've ever been to Kiki's and you're given a vibrator, let us know. I personally have never. But my choice when I go to Kiki's is always pancakes. The pancakes are amazing. I remember the first time we went and I said to you, oh, I'm really hungry, I'm going to get the triple stack pancakes.
Yeah.
And then the server came over and said to us, are you sure you want 3? I was like,
yeah, because you thought that they were like the silver medallion,
the
like
silver dollar pancakes.
Yeah.
And like the ones you get at McDonald's over here, but they were bigger than my face. They were
that's
like
quite big.
pancakes. And I always get it with sides of like bacon, sausage, egg.
I think every time we go, you have the intention of trying something new, but you were always drawn back to them pancakes.
Because I don't want to come back and have not had a Kiki's
And it's the
pancake.
same reason why we haven't tried anywhere else for breakfast. It's kind of running the risk. Is it going to be worth it?
But I've had the cinnamon apple waffle.
Yeah.
That was really nice if you wanted a sweeter dessert.
But to be honest, I'm very much like you with pancakes. I always go for the omelettes and the home fries.
And I think because you're vegetarian, it kind of gives you something where because the omelette choices, there's still quite a lot of variety you can have, which I think is quite good and quite a rarity in some places.
Mm-hmm. I think looking back because I've not always been a vegetarian, the bacon was always delicious, and it is just literally everything is delicious.
We can't say enough about Kiki's. If you're going to go to Orlando, make sure you check out Kiki's. It is just the best breakfast that you're going to come across.
And you can thank us later.
Yeah, you're welcome. For me, I can't talk about food in Orlando without talking about Morimoto Asia. So Morimoto Asia is on Disney Springs, and it's kind of like an Asian fusion cuisine.
Yeah, I think that the server described it as Oriental?
Yeah, well, it's a mix of Korean, Japanese, Chinese,
that part of the world,
across that continent, and looking at all the different things. So they have different kitchens for each country, then they serve it up, so whatever you order, it will come out in the order it's ready. So you go prepared to eat in whatever order it comes out to you in. There's no kind of structure to it.
Liam went in on this on this menu.
It might not have actually been that expensive if I wouldn't have had as much as I did.
You bought loads, and obviously, as Liam's previously mentioned, I am a vegetarian, boo hiss. The choices for me were amazing. I had vegetable sushi, I had steamed vegetables, it does sound a bit plain, but they were the best vegetables I'd ever tasted. And yeah, I'm looking forward to going back. Your plates looked amazing though, and I was tempted.
I think it was the one time you've kind of been swayed to possibly eat meat again.
Yeah.
So I got the ribs, I got the pork belly bao buns, which were the softest thing I've ever eaten. I got the pork egg rolls, and I got another dish, but I can't remember what the other dish was. The ribs fell off the bone.
Yeah.
They just fell away completely. The bones were completely clean. The bao buns, like I said, were amazingly soft. The egg rolls were just packed full of flavour. I could have stayed in there and just ate everything. When I go back, I'm going to get a duck. So for me, duck pancakes were amazing, but the duck there looked
it
delicious.
was making me salivate, to be honest, and turn to the dark side and eat meat again.
But for
little
me,
Star Wars pun. It was the drinks as well. I think we had like black tea, lemonade, stuff funky like that. It was an experience.
Yeah, it was, and I think, like I said, it's on the upper end of that kind of food budget, but definitely worth it. So if you are going to go and you've got the ability to kind of spend a bit more than you would normally on food, then definitely check it out. So we're going to go over now to Antojitos on City Walk.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I'm assuming it looks how you pronounce it, so we're going to stick with
It's the big pink building on City Walk.
the Mexican place. So we're going to call it Antojitos. If it's pronounced any differently, please spell it phonetically.
Please don't leave a comment below.
But for me, Antojitos was something we only discovered in 2019 in our last trip.
Yes. I'd wanted to try it. No, was it there?
Yeah, I think we've wanted to try it before.
Yeah.
But we never got around to trying it. And I think staying on property helped because we kind of just walked over to City Walk for our food more often. But it was such a revelation for us.
And we went about 3 or 4 times that trip, and the service was brilliant. The manager recognises you and embraces you, especially because we went on constant days, like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Barside food. They offer barside food, sit down. They offer entertainment.
And yeah, the mariachi band just amazing. It's good entertainment. It just sets the atmosphere for the whole place, and I think it's
quite a noisy restaurant.
Yeah, so you can't go to, if you want to have a nice conversation, things like that, then it's probably not the restaurant to go to. But if you want to just enjoy yourself and kind of get enthralled in that atmosphere that you would if you were on a ride or in a theme park, then definitely that's where you want to go. And for Lee, I know one of Lee's favourite things is the tableside guac. So they come out of the car, they do the guac for you, and so it's all custom. So if you like salt, or if you don't like salt, they'll add and take that away. There's different spices you can add to it, and it's just perfect for what you want.
Yeah, it is.
And again, it's a show.
Yeah, I think that was the first time that you actually tried queso.
Yeah, I tried queso.
And we went one night. It was about 9 o'clock. Neither of us were hungry, but there's always room for guacamole.
We had queso, guac,
salsa,
guac, not guac,
guac.
Salsa, chips. You had the sangria that we mentioned
with
in
the
last
cinnamon.
video.
With the cinnamon, amazing. I've tried to replicate it with the £5 bottle from Asda, but it's just not the same. It's amazing.
It is amazing, but I stuck to Bud Light that night. I was feeling a bit butch, so I thought I'd have some Bud Light, and then we just sat by the bar and just drank and had a couple of...
And just embrace the atmosphere.
Yeah, and I think for me, both sides are amazing. So if you go one night and have a meal, but then go one night and eat bar food, it's just a different experience.
We had during the day. And we were upstairs the first time that we went, and it was when we had mojitos?
Margaritas.
Margaritas. We're not a fan of margaritas. She asked me if I wanted a salty or a sweet rim. I didn't know how to answer it. There's a joke in there, but let's not. Family friendly.
For the adults only. One thing you'll get to know about me is that I have a sweet tooth. I love
Just the one.
Just the one tooth.
Just that one. Just that on there.
That's all that's left for all the sugar and sweet things that I like to eat. But my favourite place to go and get a snack, whether it's morning, evening, whenever, is Voodoo Donuts. I think the sheer variety of donuts and
the size
of the donuts, and it's like it says, good things come in pink boxes, and I think they're the best donuts I've ever eaten. I used to think, oh, Krispy Kremes, go Tesco, get a box of Krispy Kremes, it's fine, but nothing compares to Voodoo Donuts. And we kind of selected before we went. We thought, oh, we want to try this one and this one and this one.
And we were actually surprised because our favourite was the grape ape, and we had no intention of trying that. One, it's purple, and who eats purple food apart from fruit?
But we thought, let's just give it a go.
Yeah.
And it's kind of got that tanginess, but also the sweetness of the donut with the tanginess of the powder on top just sets your taste buds off and just gets you going. That just gets you going. But it gets your taste buds going.
We do love food.
But I just remember, because I also tried the maple bacon, because again, I love my sweet and my savoury, and I just think
we haven't been brave enough to try the Big Texan.
No, I want to try
it's too
the
big.
Big Texan, not our Big Texan. I want to try the Big Texan.
We've been several times. We've tried the cakey donut.
Yeah, we've had the cinnamon cake donut.
Yeah, we prefer the donuts to them.
They're a bit too claggy.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what claggy means, if you're across the pond or you're from another part of England, you don't understand what claggy means. It's
stodgy.
Stodgy. Makes you kind of go.
Yeah.
When you finished eating it. Claggy. Smell it.
Stodgy.
Claggy.
Who doesn't love pizza? Red Oven Pizza. Each time we go, we always say we're going to share. But then eventually Liam always goes, oh, I fancy something a little bit different to you. I always go for the mushroom pizza.
Yeah, and I always go for the
all the meats.
All the meats. Oh, there's one with like a Parma ham on it that I go for.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. And for me, what I like about Red Oven is I'm not a massive fan of tomato puree. And again, I know pizza's tomato puree hand in hand. And if you're from Italy, you probably want to slap me right now. But
not just Italian.
But I'm not a massive fan of tomato puree on a pizza. I can have a little bit, but not loads. But this has like a white sauce.
Yeah, is it bechamel sauce?
Yeah, like a bechamel sauce on it, which just for me is perfect. And it's got mushrooms, Parma ham, loads of cheese, and the cooked and brought straight out to you.
Yeah, and they have places to sit just outside and people watch, and that's why we really enjoy it. The only downside to Red Oven Pizza is the fact that you eat the full pizza just before going on a Hulk.
Yeah,
and that's not a good sign.
I would recommend going after the parks, because at least if you're going on a ride with Chevette, it's not great.
I think you can create your own.
Yeah.
They have a very similar one which Claire and Matt, the guys who we've mentioned in our previous videos who were over there, they lived for Blaze.
Yeah, Blaze Pizza on Disney Springs.
We haven't been there. With us staying on site on Universal, we found it easier. The majority of our list is eating on City Walk.
Because it's
convenient,
good quality. Red Oven Pizza is a nice place to go eat. And that was relatively cheap. As far as I know, it's about $13 for a pizza. Yeah. Which, for me, for a full pizza...
You could easily share it with 4 people.
Yeah, you could.
Or
1, if you're greedy. So staying over that side of City Walk, and on City Walk still, we are going to go over to Cold Stone Creamery, which again, sweet tooth for me, and it's just an experience, because there's nowhere that I've been to in England like that. If you know anywhere, then let me know, because I'd certainly like to try it. But it's just, you go in, there's so many different varieties, although you'll understand that we're creatures of habit by now, and we always go for the birthday cake flavour.
Yes.
We get a large one to share, it's got the fudge in it, it's got the
We've
birthday
actually
cake
had 2 large.
Yes.
We had 1 each. It wasn't after pizza, because it's right next door to Red Oven. But yeah, the birthday cake batter.
The ice cream, and
Oh.
for me, I would lick a birthday cake batter whisk all day, every day.
Yeah,
When I'm
the
making
risk
cakes,
of salmonella.
I'll
is
whisk
worth
it. Kids don't lick the whisk. But for me, any ice cream flavour that's going to be birthday cake batter, I am there for that. So for me, and like
The chunks of brownies.
yeah, everything about
The
it.
yellow sponge cake. Oh,
And
yeah.
it's just an experience. You go in, it's very loud, it's very energetic, not very British. So if you are British, be prepared for it. Go in with an open mind and just embrace the experience that is Cold Stone Creamery. And the best thing is, if you're staying on site and you're walking back to your hotel, get a Cold Stone Creamery and then just take the nice stroll back and
Yeah.
just embrace it and
Amazing.
take it all in. It's something that we did numerous times, which is why we came back a little bit heavier than when we went out. But it was definitely worth it for the Cold Stone Creamery.
So for our final recommendation of where we like to eat, it would be Hash House A Go Go. We actually, as many of you guys have probably seen on Man vs Food, this has an eating challenge, which unfortunately and with regret, I have to admit that I didn't complete. I was close.
And I think we've got a picture of that, which we'll insert up here.
I was very thin at the time, so maybe now that I've put weight on, maybe I'll be able to do it.
The fried chicken is amazing, and that's,
It has chunks of corn flakes.
yeah, it does. Because when we went, I didn't go for the Man vs Food challenge. I went for the fried chicken waffles, and it had something different because you can get fried chicken and waffles over here in England. You can get it in most places in America, but it's just a little bit different because it has bacon pressed into the waffle, and if you add bacon to anything, it just makes it better. So for me, it was just the perfect meal, and nothing says a hefty chicken breast when you have to weigh it down with half an apple. And I think we'll insert a picture up here.
There's evidence of that. Isn't
mine, and the apple that weighed it down.
there? A cooking apple.
But the other thing that as well is, I know I've touched on it for other places, the drinks.
Yes.
So you can get the watermelon cocktail that you've had, and they also do a mocktail version, which I had because I often drive when we're over there. So for me, and you get the souvenir glass to take home.
Yeah, we've still got that glass. So to round off our video, we wanted to just touch on a few places where we would love to eat. As previously mentioned in our previous video, we were unaware, like you guys, of when we're going to be able to go back to Orlando, Florida. But these are definitely on the top of our list.
Yeah.
I'll start with Yellow Dog Eatery. It looks amazing.
It does. It's a little bit out of the way, which I think is
Yeah.
what put us off going last time, is just because for me, driving over there, I'm not always that confident. I think it's something that you gain each time you go. But I think next time we definitely need to try it.
We do. There's a lot of vegan options on the menu.
There's a lot of
sandwiches and quick bites. They also have a photo wall where you can put your dog on.
And
So
we have a dog called Pearl, who I'm sure will make an appearance on our Instagram.
she's currently sleeping just off camera.
Another place that we'd like to try when we go back is First Watch. So this is a recommendation we had from someone that we know called Janine. She's actually a travel agent at TUI when we booked to go for our next trip. She recommended this as a good place to go and get breakfast.
We actually told her about Kiki's, and in turn she said First Watch, and now it's the battle of Kiki's versus First Watch.
So we'll say Janine may score
be
some points
Kiki's.
here, but
I doubt it.
we'll say Janine is a massive Orlando fan.
Yeah, she's a nerd.
So she's definitely going to try Kiki's when she's able to go back, and we're definitely going to try First Watch.
Yeah.
And we can compare notes and see who wins. Kiki's. But definitely, I think from looking at the pictures of what First Watch has got, it's very similar to Kiki's and definitely something I want to try. So like I said about building confidence up when driving, one of the places that I definitely want to go to when I feel a bit more confident is drive downtown and visit Hamburger Mary's. So for those of you who don't know, Hamburger Mary's is a drag bar
Yeah.
that serves hamburgers. We are big drag fans.
Stereotype.
Yeah, we're living up to stereotypes. We are big drag fans, and it's something that I think would just be a different experience. It's got, the food is meant to be amazing, but then you've got the entertainment aspect of it as well. And as you know from us choosing Antojitos, we like to have an experience while we're eating.
Like you just mentioned, it's the location that puts us off.
Yeah, it's having to travel downtown to downtown, well, obviously downtown to downtown Orlando to try it. But for me, I think it's something that's definitely going to be worthwhile when we do it.
Definitely.
Because I've only heard good things about it. If you've ever been to Hamburger Mary's, I'm sure you're going to have some great experiences. So please let us know what it's like, if there's any good nights to go, bad nights to go, or if there's any nice places to go around there for drinks afterwards. Let us know and we'll definitely make sure we check it out when we're back.
So that wraps up our list of where we like to eat and where we're hoping to eat on our next trip to Orlando, Florida. Please like and subscribe, follow the page. We will be bringing out new content in the near future.
And like I said, when we get back there, there'll be videos showing us while we're there. So hopefully you guys will like the page, support us, which we really appreciate. And we'll see you next time.